Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well on this cold, nasty Monday morning. Thankfully, I'm taking the day off. Because, don't want to be out in the mess if I can avoid it. So, I am out in this mess. I take that back. I'm not working today, but I do got to run a couple errands this morning. So, just got finished doing my re-evaluation for my neurofeedback, which is brain training for my ADHD. So right now I'm taking a prescription drug. As y'all know, I don't like pharmaceuticals. If I can avoid them, I do not take them. So my goal is to get off of that as soon as possible. So hopefully this is going to allow me to do that sometime in the next, I don't know, maybe 3 to 6 months, depending on how everything goes. Good morning, Crudy, doing good? Back home to a nap. This thing kind of wore me out. This evaluation I did for my brain training stuff. It's kind of a little bit of taxing. It's about an hour, but it's pretty taxing on the brain and stuff. So, well, here I am, y'all. So, want to welcome everybody to the Daily Reader podcast on the Tony's Journey YouTube channel, where we read from a daily reader or a devotional, and we learn tools and principles, including but not limited to prayer, meditation, and breath work that help us to stay more present and to live better lives. We meet on here regularly, 11 a.m., 7 days a week. That's Eastern time. And you know what? It's kind of funny, y'all. I actually rescheduled this morning to 11 a.m., but I actually do it. I do these at 11 a.m., so I don't know. I guess I was still on my old schedule in my head, thinking I had a 10:30, and this appointment I had went over. So, but all good. So, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to this channel for future video updates and podcast episodes. Okay, y'all. So we're going to start out, as we always do, as of recently anyway, with gratitude. So, just think of something that you're grateful for. You're welcome to share it. You can share it down below in the comments if you want to. Post it there. I am grateful for today having the day off that I chose to take off. Right, I used to take off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays anyway from work. So thankful for that, because it's cold and nasty, and I really don't like to be out in that. Nothing really worse than cold rain, at least from my perspective where I'm at. Maybe some of y'all like cold rain, but I definitely don't. So thankful for that. So y'all go ahead and find somewhere, like a stopping point, whatever you have going on this morning, and just find a safe place where you can get comfortable for the next few minutes while we do our relaxation process this morning. I'll give you a minute or so to get there. What you got going on today, Crudy? Alright, so you should be about ready to get rolling here, so let's go ahead, and it's comfortable for you doing so. Go ahead and close your eyes. And just take some slow, deep cleansing breaths, breathing in your nose out your mouth. I actually got through doing this for like 35 minutes for my neurofeedback evaluations. I'm already pretty relaxed. I had to do some open eye processes, also some closed eye processes. So, yeah. Already there. And just focus on, this morning we're going to focus on any, let me think about that this morning. You know what, let's focus on what we were grateful for a few minutes ago, what we thought about that we were grateful for. If you weren't on here and you missed that part, you're coming on here now. Just focus on something to be grateful for, and just allow gratitude to come up in the body, just permeate the entire body. Just going to do this morning. So if your attention goes somewhere else, to the future, to the past, just bring it back to the present moment, to what you're grateful for. Just pick one thing. One thing's fine. So I'm sure a lot of us are grateful for a lot of things, but the process is going to work better if you just pick one. Keep it simple, right? I'm always about keeping things simple as much as possible. No need to overcomplicate this stuff. Continue breathing. You'll probably hear the rain in the background. It's coming down pretty good here. Continue breathing. Nose. Mouth. So, about to do the Serenity Prayer. We're going to do the short version today. First, we're going to end the relaxation process. One more breath. This time, take it in as deep as you can on the inhale and on the exhale. Just let it out audibly. Blow it out audibly, I should say. Releasing any other stress or tension you might be holding on to. All right, so inhale. And exhale. And prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The reading today comes from October the 27th. Still reading from an Al-Anon Daily Reader. It's called Hope for Today. You can find it online. Let's see here. I think we are... Yep. 27th. Just make sure I had the right date. It took me a second there just to make sure. So here we go, y'all. I never realized how much my self-esteem disappeared while I was growing up with addiction. As a carefree child, I possessed self-worth, but it slowly became buried and dormant as I dealt with this family disease. When I came to Al-Anon, it took all aspects of the program to rebuild my sense of worthiness. At meetings, I had the right to pass if I wanted, yet I gradually found my voice to speak my mind and heart. I asked someone to be my sponsor and then called for help. I found the God of my understanding and learned that I had choices and could make good decisions on my own. Little by little, all these things helped me rediscover my self-esteem. To keep what I had received, it was suggested that I give it away. Therefore, I continued to fortify my self-respect through service. I started by setting up chairs and making coffee. Eventually, I chaired meetings, became a sponsor, and served as a secretary, alternate group representative, and group representative. As I retained my self-worth by doing service work, I learned the steps and traditions through action. The result of my hard work have been a sense of autonomy, self-esteem, and gratitude. Those qualities keep me open to the gift God offers me through my relationships with others. They give me strength and courage to maintain the relationships already in my life. They also help me to be open to new connections, which used to frighten me. Thank you, Al-Anon, for offering me the loving support and guidance through which I have regained the self-esteem I lost so many years ago. Thought for today: I will take time each day to nurture my newfound self-esteem. Today, when faced with choices, I will opt for the path that enhances my self-esteem. And that's from the reader Courage to Change, page 118. So I could say growing up, sometimes I wasn't really allowed to have a voice in some things with my family. And I can say that as an adult, I don't know, it's kind of interesting how things have transpired. I think it took me a while to really speak my mind like wholeheartedly, right? Like I'm a blunt person now. Like I don't think I used to be. Like when I was a kid, I did talk a lot, right? When I was growing up, I still talk a lot. But I think it's more now. It's more of like I just feel better. I feel better about speaking my mind than I did growing up. Because sometimes growing up, especially with an alcoholic stepdad, I didn't really felt like my opinion really mattered too much. So I just kept, a lot of times I kept quiet in silence. That's really what, kind of what speaks to me in this, the reading that we had today. But I really I'd like to highlight this, y'all. I got to get my highlighter out. This is a really powerful, the thought for today is really, 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 really powerful here. I'm going to repeat it again. It says, today, when faced with choices, we always have choices, right? Everything we do is a choice. Everything we do not do is a choice as well. Today, when faced with choices, I will opt for the path that enhances my self-esteem. Now that is a life-changing, or could be a life-changing statement. Making decisions that'll help my self-esteem. And really honoring myself, honoring where I'm at, where I'm going as well, where I want to go. I'm going to save that one in my phone too. That's really, 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 really powerful right there. That makes me really think about choices and decisions that I'm making in my life, whether they're helping my self-esteem or hurting my self-esteem, depending on those choices, right? So that's a tough one. It's a challenging one, y'all. Really challenging, especially if sometimes I make choices that are not really out of my best interest. Maybe unsupported choices versus supportive choices. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say positive and negative. I'm just gonna say supportive and not supportive. Supportive and unsupportive. But yeah, it's also about putting myself first, being able to fill my cup up, so I can have the energy and the available time to help others. Service work to me is very, very, very important, y'all. I've been volunteering since I was like 14, as far as I can remember. Uh, Volunteered in EMS, volunteered in fire department, volunteered in law enforcement. Now I'm volunteering. I help chair one group, usually once a month, 12-step group that I help start with two other people, and so that's a blessing to be able to do that, to be able to contribute, my time, my gifts. Somebody's over here airing up their tires in the pouring out rain. That ain't no fun. Out in the cold. It's the second person's pulled up since I've been here to do that. I feel for them because I don't want to be out in this mess. Cold rain, freezing cold rain. I mean, it's like 49 is what my outside temperature's saying. But yeah, that's one thing. One way I do it. Another thing is I help with men's work, another men's group that I'm involved with. I'm a co-leader of that, so I do give there to really help the other guys and men that are there in that group. So pretty much got my service work there. Definitely helps on my self-esteem, helps me feel better, helps me feel like a valuable member of society. I think the more we do, or the more I can do for others, the better things get in my life too. The more I do for myself as well, the better things get. So I can really overflow. It just overflows out of me, right? Everything, love, kindness, compassion, and that's the goal, right? That's my goal. Continue to overflow that out around me in the world, to make a ripple effect in the world and continue doing that. So that's definitely a blessing, right? So try to be humble about that. So, but anyway, y'all, with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up here. Check the comments. Don't like there's any more comments. So really good reading. If you're catching the end of this, definitely go back and watch the full thing here, participate, actually embody it, and actually participate in the full capacity, the fullest capacity that you can in this podcast, because it's going to be really beneficial for you. I trust it's also going to help. It can help change your life. So, without further ado, y'all, y'all take care. Look forward to seeing y'all 11 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. Bye for now.